What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. It's been a minute, but I guess it's always been a minute whenever I come out here. The current problem at hand is that this is an absolute hellhole of just a mess, as you can see. A lot of it's trash, a lot of it's still useful. I still need to come in here and make a lumber rack so I can store some of this crap, but I can't even really get to that because I've got so many just loose piles of other little stuff. So the order of today is making a little scrap cutoff bin for my miter saw station. So a while back I built this. It's worked great for my miter saw, right? It's got these little wings that pop out. It's mobile. This has worked wonderfully, but it's always had this dead space underneath it that I haven't had anything to do with. So I'm going to go ahead and put an offcut piece section there. That will let me store a lot of this loose crap that I have on the floor here, give it a home, and then I can clean up most of this area. First thing we're going to do is grab a tape measure, measure this hole, and kind of get our game plan for the bin that we're going to make. So we want 25 3/4 inches wide, 24 inches deep. Alright, so the next order of business is to rummage around in my pile of scraps, hopefully find some offcuts that are going to fit to make this box. So let me see what I can find in my little treasure trove of stuff. Alright, so I've got some of my pieces picked out. We go chop some of these up with the table saw, and then let's build this carcass here. So carcass, drawer, box, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a box. Alright, so as you can see here, I made the box, got all the pieces cut. I did kind of splice this together here in the bottom with two different pieces, but I'm just making do with what I've got. I don't want to cut a big piece out of a nice sheet. I'm just going to use scraps for this. It's just a box to hold scrap wood, so it doesn't need to be fancy. We're going to glue it, pin nail it in place, and maybe throw some screws in it, but it probably doesn't even need that. We're just going to glue the hell out of it, and it should hold just fine. For the glue for this one, we're just going to use Type-On Original, Type-On 1. Pro tip, don't be like me. Store your glue in a warmer spot. I shouldn't keep it out here in the shop, but I do. Come on. Alright, that should be enough glue for damn near anything. Now we'll repeat that for the other sides. Alright, so I got the box glued and pinned together. Went together pretty smoothly, all things considered. I don't think this seam here in the bottom is going to be a problem, but if it is, we will reinforce it. Next, I need to test and see if the damn thing even fits in its slot. So let's check that real quick. Oh, This would be a lot easier to do two-handed, but you work with what you got, right? So, ta-da! Yeah, I think that should work pretty good. I probably should build a handle for it, but honestly I might not even bother with it right now. I think this is going to work just fine for what it is. It just needs to be functional. Cool, let's load it up with all the offcut crud and see how much of this mess that cleans up. Alrighty, so I got all the crap cleaned up from that corner of the shop. As you see, I have all that crap stored here now. So I moved it across the office. Office? Shop. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Ironically, that actually slides pretty well as is, so that's gonna work great. Anyway, that's all the little pieces. Now, I came through here, did a bunch of sorting, put all my long skinny pieces in this. And then realizing that this kind of sucks because everything gets lost at the back and you don't know what's back there. So what I'm going to try doing is I've cleared out this spot that I had. Oh, that's a fun sound. I apologize. Now we're going to put this right here. Actually, no. I'm going to put this right here. So I have more room for big pieces. And I'm going to stack the narrow pieces of wood in between these slots, and that should hopefully keep the pieces pretty well contained. That way it'll be a little bit easier to see what I've got, and I can store more of it, and then I can free up more space for these panels. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this crud out, put it in here, and then see where we end up. Alrighty, well that turned out pretty good. As you can see, I've got this all sorted by wider strips of like plywood and composite woods, thin strips of composite woods and plywood and stuff, and then some solid wood stuff up here. Later on, if I need more space, I can always consolidate that stuff. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with long strips of stuff, and then I just stuck all my kind of small, like more square rectangle pieces of wood in here. I still need to figure out a better solution for that, but this is a hell of a lot better than it was, and some major progress. So I think I'll probably call it there for the night for this video. If you have any ideas on how I can organize this further, let me know. But until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.